Yo, welcome back to my channel. And today I got a good history video for y'all today. And today I will be telling y'all a story about a guy that goes by the name of Nat Turner. You probably never heard of him, but I'm gonna tell you a little bit about him today. So this story goes way back. This is way back in 1831. So there's this guy. His name is Nat Turner. I told y'all. And he was a slave, and he was the slave. They made him do stuff. They made him be a pastor. And then, I guess he thought, you know, he's sick of taking this type of stuff from these slave owners. He's not gonna let them keep doing this to him because, like, if you think as a regular person, like, you shouldn't let nobody push you around, no matter what they do, what they tell you. And Nat Turner, he had the type of mindset. So it was just one day in 1831. So he saw solar eclipse, right? And they called this the 1831 rebellion of Nat Turner. And he saw solar eclipse in the sky. And then that's when he just started in his head, hey, it's my turn to get my revenge because I'm sick of getting treated like this. Because if you're a person, you're if this is coming from an African American perspective, we're not gonna let anybody push us around like this. And he was a black American young man, and he stood on what he said. He went up to every slave. He saw solar eclipse, and that was his, you know, his way to go and say, "Hey, this is revenge. This solar eclipse means I have to go and get revenge on for what all these people did to me." So he started this on August the 1st. He got all his slaves. He went around and told his story to all the slaves about what he wanted to do because he was just sick. He got sick and tired of getting pushed around because he's not finna let nobody push him around like that. He just took it, and he was one of the most dangerous like slaves back then. So they saw him as a threat. They was like, so if we see that Nat Turner, we're gonna, we're gonna do this to him, do whatever they want to him. And this started. They started August the 1st, went all the way to August 3rd. He started little. He started off with the older people, the moms, the dads, and then he started on the children. He killed everybody in his plantation because he got tired of the slave owners treating him and his people like they were a nobody. Because at the end of the day, we're all people. And he couldn't take that anymore. So he stood on his business. He went to go kill everybody in his plantation until October the 31st. They caught him. They caught Nat Turner hiding, and it really didn't go great for him. If I'm not mistaken, let me see real quick. The date was November 11th, 1931, is when they hung Nat Turner. They caught him because he was hiding for a long time. Just think about that. August, September, October. He hid for dang near 3 months. And one day in November, they just said, hey, I'm getting sick of this. So they hung Nat Turner in front of everyone. And then we're finna get into the really crazy part. But after that, this is after I tell you what I'm about to say. Nat Turner, he stood on business. I'm just keep it like that. He stood on business. He wasn't gonna take disrespect because you're not gonna let nobody push you around. They're making him be a pastor, and he just couldn't take it anymore. He couldn't take the beatings, the working for nothing. The slave owners treating his people like they're just a nobody because us. We gotta stick together, and that's what he had. That's the mindset he had. He had the mindset of he wants to stick together. He don't want his people to go through the same things, so he took it in his own hands, and he did it the way he wanted to do it. So he ran his program the way he wanted to run it. And so, as I was saying previously, they took Nat Turner on November 11th, 1831. My bad. And they hung him, and they skinned his whole body. Even the doctor, they skinned his body. The doctor skinned his body, right? All of the doctors, they went to see him get hung. They skinned Nat Turner's body. Even one of the doctors even had a envelope made out of his skin. Like, how weird can you be to even do that to a person? That's like somebody's spirit in his skin. And they even had his skeleton, his head of his skeleton. They possessed his skeleton for years. And they still don't know where it's at because it's been misplaced. They did this man so bad because he wanted to get his respect back. Because they were pushing him around. They were treating him this way. They made him like that. It's like, you can't. He didn't want nobody doing something to his people. He took all his people. He had an army. They couldn't mess with him. So when you saw Nat Turner, he was a dangerous man. He was going to get to business. He wouldn't let nobody go and disrespect him until they caught him because he hid. He hid for a long time. And they caught him because they didn't like what he was doing. They didn't want him to be powerful because he was a powerful man. One man causing all this destruction because it's for his respect. And they had to take all these doctors to catch him and hang him and skin his body, which is weird to me. Cause like, dang, that's a person, and you're making envelopes and things like that out of this man's body. Like, that is weird. But really, the moral of the story is what I'm really trying to say is you can't take disrespect because this was 1831 when they had slaves. Nat Turner, he took no disrespect. And see, I'm just now finding out about this guy. I wouldn't have knew this if I didn't do my research on this guy. Like 1831, he was really rebellion. And that's a story in history that remains still there. And this guy was crazy. But hey, he did it for his respect. Yeah, that's my story of the day. My history story of the day. So I hope y'all take that in. Learn something new. Because this is some stuff that y'all probably didn't know. This is about black African American power. He did something very well. But other than that, I will see y'all on my next video. More history coming soon. And I'll see y'all next time. We out. Peace.